For our second elimination fight, Peter Graham and Sam Greco, two Australians in elimination fight number 2. Peter Graham made his way to this night in Osaka by winning the 2003 K1 World Grand Prix in Melbourne, winning the automatic bid. He is one of the toughest Aussies you will ever see, and you say that about a lot of Aussies. He'll be fighting Sam Greco, who was a late add when Ernesto Hus could not fight tonight. Greco has been to the big show twice, and now tonight takes on his fellow Australian.
Okay, 28 to 36 on the age of Sam Greco, one of the older fighters, 6'3", 6'2", very close there. 250 to 242 on the weight, 8-pound advantage for Peter Graham. And the KOs, 20 for Peter Graham, 11 for Sam Greco, reflecting mostly the greater experience that Peter Graham has had. The more fights, 26 total wins to 18 for Sam Greco.
Emerging from the Dragon Gate, Peter Graham!
To this point, Graham has been on the fringe of greatness in K1 action. His win in Melbourne this year, which got him the bid here, he hopes is a stepping stone to better things.
Peter Graham trained in karate. Nice full split there, showing his flexibility.
Appearing from the Tiger Gate, Sam Greco!
Greco has fought in the Tokyo Dome, a third-place finish in the K1 Grand Prix in 1998. He beat Ernesto Hus that night, lost to the great and late Andy Hughes.
Greco in a traditional karate uniform coming up in the ring. It looks like he's got on the traditional drawstring pants, his black belt. Looks like about a size 10.
I want to mention also, we mentioned Mark Hunt, Ernesto Hus, and Jerome Lobanner, and none of them here fighting tonight for various injuries, and most unfortunate for them and the fans.
The K1 World Grand Prix 2000 Melbourne champion, Peter Graham! And in the red corner, at 188 centimeters, 110 kilograms, the K1 World Grand Prix 1998 third place winner, Sam
Greco hoping for his shot at Tokyo this year. As you mentioned, Lonnie was a finalist back in 1998, and the following year had one of his best years. He beat Cepho, Lecco, and Bernardo all in the same year, who all are appearing here tonight as well, but has not been back to Tokyo since.
Peter Graham with the black trunks, and Sam Greco, I like the gi look. He's in the white gi pants. Don't see that too often.
Don't. I can tell you those are as traditional as karate pants get. That's the real thing that are worn in the karate, traditional karate schools all over the world.
Wow, what
Nothing flashy about those. Basic white.
Already the strength of Greco shown there with a snap kick to the lower left leg of Peter Graham.
I think the big question here is how much Sam Greco's got left in his career at 36 years old. Very, very distinguished track record. But a guy like Peter Graham, 28 years old, is on the way up, and he's hungry.
Peter Graham, you see the, I think it's tattooed Australian flag on the back right there.
I think that's exactly what he's got. He
That
had it
is
on
a
his
true
t-shirt
Aussie.
on the front, and he's got it on his back in the back.
Good look at Greco. He wears his battles proudly on his face.
So Greco looking to establish the leg kicking early. Graham trying to go up top.
Certainly a calmer start to the festivities than we saw between Sefo and Carter Williams a few minutes ago. Two big boys going at it. Graham in the black trunks, 250 pounds. Greco 242, but it's Greco as a bigger man pinned against the ropes.
We've been told these stars on the back of Peter Graham are representative of the Southern Cross, those 4 stars. Being warned for coming inside and holding. Oh, Greco was
Big
bombs
miss.
he's throwing.
Big, oh, don't hit on the break. And being warned by the referee, Mr. Onari, for elbows and for the head.
Warning for pushing and holding to both fighters. I like the hand speed of Peter Graham. He's got a nice left jab. Oh, well, he can also take a shot, we can say, because that was a good right hand by Sam Greco.
He's got a little more jump to his step tonight also. And that just could be his style.
Nice double jab followed by right hands. I don't see a lot of power by Peter Graham, but he's establishing early for the judges that he can land up top with his punches. I don't know what's happened to Sam Greco's defense up top, but he better find it quickly.
Closing seconds now of round number 1. And we do want to mention for people who have watched these K1 pay-per-views in the past, and a yellow card goes to both fighters, I assume for inactivity and pushing as well. But I want to mention this is not a tournament night of fighting. These are 7 individual fights, and the winner of each fight moving on, of course, to Tokyo and the K1 Grand Final. You will certainly be able to see that on pay-per-view on December 6th with myself and Mike.
We'll call that one for you. This is a flying butterfly turnover kick, is what he calls it apparently. And that left foot was intended to come down and land on the left side of Greco's head. Didn't quite make it. Now this is action also from the round. Greco trying to go underneath. He's been ineffective up top. Peter Graham has owned that area. So Greco's trying to go low, and I would think this round he may start to go back to leg kicks. I think that would be smart for him. Peter Graham doesn't seem to be able to match him in that area.
Round number 2 scheduled for 3 with options for 4 and 5. Graham in the short trunks and the white long pants for Sam Greco. Good leg kick.
Greco with a good right leg kick followed by a left roundhouse to the body, and Graham now trying to throw some leg kicks of his own.
Well, he has targeted that left upper leg area of Greco a number of times in the first round, and now here in the second. It's a good kick. And Greco's limping on it, and they've called the fight.
Apparently something wrong with Greco's, one of his legs. He may have broken something. He had just landed a strong left roundhouse kick to the body.
And there was no doubt about it. He informed the referee, Mr. Onari, right away. The bell rang, the fight was over. Within 5 seconds, he looked fine, and all of a sudden, he was done. Sam Greco limping noticeably on that left leg.
One thing about a fighter as experienced as Greco, he may have known immediately if he had seriously injured himself.
All right, well, 30 seconds into round 2. Peter Graham now becomes our second K1 finalist, and let's see if we can pick something distinct out here at the end of the fight.
Well, there's the roundhouse kick. It's partially hidden behind the referee, but you can see it landed just above the right hip bone of Peter Graham. He may have injured the knee, he may have pulled a ligament, or he may have landed that foot. Now you see he's holding right away. He knows he's hurt, and he looks over to his corner and nods his head. It may have been an injury he had going in, and he was telling his corner that he had re-injured that area and that he was not going to be able to continue. It may have been something that he and his corner knew could happen, and it did, and in fact did happen. But certainly he knew right away he would not be able to continue this fight. And it is a serious injury. To see Sam Greco limping is unusual. He's one of the toughest guys you're ever going to meet, and this must be a serious injury, Ron.
He refused any help down from the ring.
Now he's putting weight on the foot, so I'm beginning to believe more it might be a knee injury or a ligament injury either in the hip or the ankle.
Well, in the end, it is Peter Graham with a victory. 30 seconds into round